Okay, so hi folks, we're here on the Great Barrier Reef on the NV Kalinda, and we're at the Wheelhouse with Captain Dave, and we just thought we'd talk a little bit about some of the valuable work that he's doing in collecting some data on the Great Barrier Reef. So welcome Dave. Captain Dave, do you just want to do a quick introduction to yourself and the reef?
Thanks, Daniel. I've been driving this vessel for 18 years. I've been working on the reef since 1994, so nearly 30 years on the reef, and as part of that, did my honours at James Cook University, majoring in marine biology.
Yeah, great.
Of all things, studied sound perception in damselfish. So,
Oh wow.
fish can hear.
Yeah, wow, great.
And they can tell the direction of the sound, so that's kind of cool. But at the moment, there's an initiative from the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority called the Tourism Reef Protection Initiative, and it helps the tourism providers, which is the business I'm in now, to give on the spot data straight to the Marine Park Authority, so that they can see what's happening at the reef from almost day to day. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So traditionally, the data has come from the likes of AIMS, so the Australian Institute of Marine Science, or JCU University researchers, or UQ, or from a various number of sources, but it takes a long time to collate the data and to put it together. But there's a simple package that we do right now where the tourism operators, those guys that are so passionate and love the reef, they're out here all the time. They're seeing all of the subtle little changes that are happening, and they can kind of make a little map of their patch. And they want to look after their patch because they're bringing their people to this bit of the reef all the time. So if there's changes, they can record that, and the data is collected in a way where that's plausible. It's quite possible to do that. Even non-scientists are able to do these surveys, with training, because there is a little bit to it, being able to detect the difference between, we're all looking for white coral, right? That's coral that is dead.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, right. So this is the that's the key thing. But
And
there's
caused by what, bleaching?
Lots of different things.
Yep.
So and that's what you need to know, the training between that. So you need to know if the coral was damaged in a storm, or if the coral was eaten by a crown of thorns starfish, or the new crown of thorns, which is the Drupella snail. They're only about this big.
Okay.
But they can give you hundreds and hundreds of them, and they just like eat all the coral. Or whether there's coral disease, which might indicate poor water quality or anything like that. So all of these indicators we record, and we can send them direct link straight through to the Marine Park Authority, and the scientists there are analysing this data and seeing the day-to-day changes on the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, great. So also a really good use of like digital technologies. If you're under the water, not only do you have a survey slate and you're filling in sort of recording information and data, but you're capturing videos and pictures so that you've got real-time images of what you're seeing on the ground, and that gets uploaded to AIM as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So as part of this initiative, one of the things that we do, so I've got my little patch here. I do a 20-minute swim.
Yep.
And that's called the Tourism Weekly Survey. So and I'm recording lots of different things with that, many different impacts. Herbivores, so your parrotfishes and stuff like that, and coral health indicators like the number of butterfly fish Yeah, because
Yeah,
they feed
right.
on the coral, things
Okay.
like that are just really important little indicators of reef health. And of all things, sea cucumbers.
Yeah, which there's a
Count them.
prolific amount of them down
There's-
on the sand beds.
Yeah,
down here.
we're at Wheeler
Yeah.
Reef at the moment, and there is a lot of sea cucumbers. I think I had my record count of sea cucumbers today. I counted 53 sea cucumbers in a 20-minute swim.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
great.
and about 35 butterfly fish, which is pretty high too. So anyway, there's other surveys that we do that are a bit more specific. So the reef health and impact surveys, which are a spot survey.
Okay.
But what you're talking about with the digital stuff, there's a photo point enhancement that we're doing. So once every 2 or 3 months, we do the same 20-minute swim.
Yep.
And we take a photo every 2 or 3 meters.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we upload those photos. Yes, to the program has been developed by AIMS, the Australian Institute of Marine Science.
Yep.
And we upload the photos to their program, and they've got an AI mechanism, so artificial intelligence, which is being taught to recognise what the things are in
Yeah.
the
Okay.
image.
Yep.
So they can go, that's live coral,
Okay.
that's algae, this is dead coral, this is a live coral rock, but which is basically a substrate that new corals can grow on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Okay.
So it's eliminating other things like, oh, that's a fish, or and being able to recognise that, and that way ultimately thousands of images can be analysed robotically,
Yep. Yep.
saving hundreds and hundreds of hours of a trained
Person's time,
biologist's
yeah,
time
yeah.
to
Yep.
be able to go, that's the coral, that's this, that's that. Yeah.
So really a very great initiative to have, like tourism operators and lovers of the reef who are out on the reef, visiting it all the time, to be part of this, data collection and to be involved in this survey, because the amount of, the volume of data that you can capture by enabling, tourism operators and enabling your love of the reef, will provide, some really good evidence for the scientists to analyse. And so, in your opinion, with all your experience, what are the great, the risks or the human impacts that make this area so vulnerable to change?
Look, we're all aware now that climate change is the driver of what's happening. So this is the biggest thing. So humans are putting too much carbon into the atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Straight
with that,
up.
we've got warmer waters.
As soon as carbon age from medieval times. As soon as that happened, we started burning fossil
cane
fuels.
farmers. Yep.
And there's too many people on the planet, so we're creating too much energy, and it's overspilling into the atmosphere.